Welcome to today's meditation journey. Whether you're just starting your path to quitting smoking, or you've tried before and are coming back for another go, you're in exactly the right place. So, take a moment, breathe deeply, and settle in. We all know smoking isn't just a habit, it can feel like a part of who we are. It shows up in quiet moments, when we're stressed, bored, or even when we're trying to relax. But here's the truth, you have the power to change that story. You have the power to rewrite your relationship with cigarettes, to take control, and to find a new way to handle life's ups and downs. And meditation can help. Maybe this is the first time you're trying meditation, or maybe you've done it before. Either way, I want you to know this isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Meditation isn't a magic wand, but it is a powerful tool. It helps you reconnect with your inner self, calm your mind, and break the patterns that lead to reaching for a cigarette. As we go on this journey together, we're going to dive into techniques that will help you become more aware of your cravings, your triggers, and most importantly, your ability to choose a different path. Each breath you take today, and every day forward, will be a step toward freedom. So let's start where we are. Right now. Just by being here, you've already taken a huge first step. For the next few moments, let's get comfortable. Wherever you are, whether you're sitting in a chair, lying on a couch, or even standing in a quiet corner, just make sure you're in a place where you can be still for a little while. You don't need to do anything else right now but be here. This episode, and the meditations that follow, are not about fighting or resisting the urge to smoke, they're about finding peace in your decision to stop. We'll focus on being kind to ourselves, on discovering patience, and on building the strength we need to let go of the habits that no longer serve us. So, take a deep breath in, and slowly exhale. That's the first breath of a new chapter. In today's session, we'll start by focusing on awareness of your body, your breath, and the habits that have brought you here today. You'll find that with each breath, each moment, you're building the resilience to face cravings without giving in. Now, before we move into the meditation, remember, there's no rush. You've already started your journey. And with each day, you'll find yourself becoming a little stronger, a little more centered. This is a process, and you're not alone in it. Let's begin. Now that we're settled, let's take a moment to really arrive in this space. First, I want you to gently close your eyes, if you're comfortable doing so, or simply soften your gaze. Begin by noticing your surroundings, the feeling of the air around you, the way your body makes contact with whatever you're sitting or lying on. Feel the weight of your body being supported, knowing that right now, there's nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to be. This moment is just for you. Take a long, slow breath in through your nose, and release it slowly through your mouth. Let's do that again. Breathe in, deeply and fully, and exhale, letting go of any tension. Let your shoulders drop, your jaw relax, and your whole body soften. As you breathe, notice how the air feels as it enters your lungs. Cool on the inhale, warm on the exhale. Your breath is your anchor, it's always there, steady and constant, like the waves of the ocean. No matter what else is happening, it's something you can always come back to. Now, let's shift our focus inward. Start to bring your attention to your body. Begin by noticing your feet, planted firmly on the ground or resting comfortably. Feel the connection to the earth beneath you. Slowly, bring your awareness up your legs, noticing any sensations, maybe tightness or warmth, without judgment, just observing. Continue up to your hips, your lower back. If you find any areas of tension, take a moment to breathe into those spots, softening them with each exhale. Move your attention to your chest and belly. Feel how they gently rise and fall with each breath. Your body is always working, always supporting you, whether you're aware of it or not. Now, as you focus on your breathing, notice how easy it is to take a full, deep breath in, and how each exhale naturally releases anything you don't need. Letting go of the old, welcoming the new. It's this same rhythm of letting go that we're working with when it comes to smoking. Your body already knows how to release what no longer serves it. Each breath is a step toward releasing the habit, one moment at a time. Now, I want you to reflect for a moment on the times when you feel the urge to smoke. Maybe it's during a break at work, when you're feeling stressed, or simply out of habit. No need to judge or criticize yourself, just notice when these moments tend to arise. Take a moment to visualize one of those situations in your mind. Picture yourself in that familiar scene, maybe reaching for a cigarette. But this time, instead of acting on autopilot, I want you to pause. Picture yourself taking a deep breath instead. Notice how that simple breath creates a little space between you and the urge. You might feel the craving, and that's okay. Remember, cravings are just sensations, they come, and they go. They don't define you. Just like thoughts and emotions, cravings are temporary. And now, in your mind, imagine choosing something different in that moment. Instead of lighting up, maybe you step outside and take a few deep breaths, or maybe you take a short walk, or simply sit quietly. Visualize yourself finding peace in this new response. With each breath you take, you're creating a new habit, a healthier way to deal with stress, boredom, or emotion. You're building a space between you and that cigarette, and in that space, you have the power to choose. Let's take another deep breath together, in through the nose, and out through the mouth. Good. Feel that sense of calm settling in. Each time you practice this awareness, it gets a little easier. Each time you pause before reaching for a cigarette, you're strengthening your ability to choose differently. Now, let's take a few moments to simply rest in this feeling. Just be with your breath, your body, and the awareness that you're moving toward a healthier, happier version of yourself. You're doing amazing. We'll stay here for a little longer, breathing gently, and when you're ready, we'll continue. Now that you're more aware of your body and breath, and have begun to notice the space between you and the urge to smoke, let's take a closer look at cravings themselves. Cravings can feel powerful, like a wave rushing in, but just like waves, they rise, and eventually, they fall. Every craving you've had before has passed, and the same is true for the ones you'll face now. They're temporary, and you have the strength to ride them out, moment by moment. Let's take a deep breath in together, and slowly release it. When you feel the urge to smoke, it's easy to believe that acting on it will make you feel better instantly. And in a way, that's true. For a brief moment, it can feel like relief. But what we're doing here is learning to experience that urge without giving it control over us. You are in charge, not the craving. So the next time you feel that familiar pull, that voice inside that says, "Just one cigarette," I want you to pause. Imagine yourself taking a step back. Instead of reacting right away, take a breath and observe what's happening. Notice where the craving shows up in your body. Is it in your chest? Your hands? Maybe there's a tightness in your throat, or a restless energy in your legs. Wherever it is, just notice it. No need to label it as good or bad, just observe it with curiosity, as if you're watching it from the outside. Take another slow breath in, and exhale fully. See how even in the middle of a craving, you can find a sense of calm in your breath. You're not fighting the craving, you're simply observing it, and by doing that, you're already taking its power away. Remember, cravings are like clouds passing through the sky. They might seem heavy and dark at first, but they're not permanent. They'll drift away if you give them time. As you practice this, you'll notice something interesting. The craving will start to lose its grip. It might still be there, but it won't feel as intense. That's because you're no longer feeding it by immediately reacting to it. You're letting it pass naturally, and that's a powerful step forward. Let's pause for a moment now and practice observing together. Bring to mind a recent time when you had a craving. Maybe it was right after a meal, or during a stressful moment. Picture yourself in that situation, but this time, imagine pausing. You feel the craving, but instead of reaching for a cigarette, you take a deep breath. You notice how your body feels. Maybe there's some tension or discomfort, but you stay with it. With each breath, notice how that discomfort shifts. It might not go away completely right away, but it changes. You can watch it rise and fall. That's the key. Just like everything else, cravings come and go. And in those moments, you have a choice. You can let the craving pass without reacting. With each time you do this, you're strengthening your ability to stay in control, and you're retraining your brain to respond in a healthier way. Take another deep breath in, and release it slowly. Now, let's bring our attention back to the body. How are you feeling in this moment? You've just visualized yourself handling a craving with patience and calm. You're already building the strength to respond to urges in a new, empowering way. Notice how it feels to know that you have this ability within you, and remember, it's okay if cravings still show up. That's natural. But with each breath, with each moment of mindfulness, you're learning to handle them differently. When a craving arises, you now have a powerful tool, the ability to observe, breathe, and choose. You are stronger than the craving. You are more resilient than the habit. And each time you practice this, you're one step closer to breaking free. Let's take one more deep breath together, and slowly exhale. You're doing incredible work. Just by being here and practicing this awareness, you're building a foundation of strength and patience that will support you every day on this journey. In a moment, we'll wrap up today's session, but before we do, take a few more moments to simply rest in the feeling of calm. Feel the air as it moves in and out of your body. Feel the support beneath you. Know that you've already made so much progress. Whenever you're ready, we'll gently bring this practice to a close. As we begin to gently bring today's practice to a close, let's take a moment to reflect on the progress you've made today. You've taken time out of your day to focus on yourself, your well-being, and your journey toward freedom from smoking. That's a powerful step, one that shows how committed you are to this change. Whether today's practice felt easy or challenging, what matters is that you showed up. And each time you show up for yourself, you're building resilience, one breath at a time. Let's take a deep breath in together, and a long, slow exhale. In today's session, we practiced awareness, becoming more conscious of your body, your breath, and the cravings that can sometimes feel overwhelming. You've learned that cravings, while strong, are temporary. They come and go, like clouds passing through the sky. And you have the power to pause, breathe, and choose a different response. This practice isn't about perfection. It's about progress. Some days may feel easier than others, and that's okay. What matters is that you're building a new habit, a healthier, more mindful way to respond to stress, boredom, or whatever might trigger the urge to smoke. Now, I want you to take a moment to recognize your own strength. You're stronger than any craving. You have within you the ability to choose calm over habit, to choose freedom over routine. Each time you pause and breathe instead of reaching for a cigarette, you're taking control. You're rewriting your story, step by step. Let's take another deep breath in, and release it. In the coming days, I encourage you to carry this mindfulness with you. Whenever you feel a craving arise, remember what we've practiced here today. Pause. Observe. Breathe. You don't need to act on the craving, you can simply let it pass. And with each time you practice this, you'll find that cravings become less powerful, less automatic. You'll find that you are more in control than you may have realized. If at any point you find yourself struggling, know that it's okay. This journey isn't a straight line, it's full of ups and downs, and that's part of the process. Be kind to yourself, and remember that every breath you take is a step forward. Every time you pause before reaching for a cigarette, you're breaking the chain a little more. You have everything you need within you to succeed. And on the days when it feels tough, just come back to this practice. Come back to your breath. Know that you can handle whatever comes your way. As we close today, let's take one final deep breath together, breathing in through the nose, and slowly releasing through the mouth. Good. Feel the calm in your body. Feel the strength that you've built in this short time. And know that this strength is always available to you, whenever you need it. Whenever you're ready, gently bring your awareness back to the room around you. You can begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, maybe give your body a little stretch. And as you open your eyes or refocus your gaze, take a moment to thank yourself for showing up today. You're on a powerful journey, and every moment of mindfulness brings you closer to your goal. Thank you for joining me on this path. Remember, you're never alone in this process. Keep practicing, keep breathing, and know that you're moving toward a healthier, smoke-free life. Until next time, take care of yourself, and keep breathing deeply. As you continue your journey to quit smoking, it's important to remember that progress is built one moment at a time. Every breath, every pause, and every mindful choice you make is a victory, no matter how small it may feel. Today, you've practiced observing your cravings, creating space between them and your actions, and learning that you are in control, not the urge to smoke. Let's take another deep breath in together, and slowly exhale, releasing any tension you may be holding onto. You've already made so much progress, but let's talk a bit about what comes next. As you go about your day, cravings may still arise. That's normal. But now, you have tools to deal with them. You can pause, breathe, and observe the craving without reacting. You can remind yourself that cravings, like any other thought or feeling, will eventually pass. Here are a few simple, practical tips to help you continue reinforcing what you've learned today. First, when you feel a craving coming on, remember to take a deep breath. Even if you're in a busy place or in the middle of a stressful moment, that one breath can be enough to give you a moment of clarity. Use your breath as an anchor, something to steady you, even when emotions or urges are swirling around. Next, remind yourself that cravings are temporary. In the moment, they can feel overwhelming, but they will pass. One technique that can help is labeling the craving. For example, if you feel the urge to smoke, you might say to yourself, "I'm experiencing a craving right now." Just by naming it, you create a little distance between you and the urge. Let's try that now, together. Think of a time when you might feel a craving. Picture it in your mind. Now, instead of reacting to it, simply say to yourself, "This is just a craving. It will pass." Notice how that simple acknowledgement can change how you feel. Take another deep breath in, and slowly exhale. Now, something else you can try is finding small, healthy distractions when cravings show up. Sometimes cravings last only a few minutes, and by engaging in a simple activity, you can ride them out. Maybe you can take a short walk, drink a glass of water, or do a few gentle stretches. These activities help you shift your focus and remind your body that it doesn't need that cigarette to feel better. And remember, cravings often come with emotional triggers. Stress, boredom, or even celebration can all make the urge to smoke feel stronger. But now you're building the awareness to recognize these moments. When you feel a craving, ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Am I stressed, anxious, or tired? Once you know what's really going on, you can address the underlying emotion instead of reaching for a cigarette. For example, if you're feeling stressed, maybe try a short breathing exercise. If you're bored, find an activity that brings you joy or challenges your mind in a positive way. Each time you respond to a craving with a new, healthy habit, you're reinforcing your commitment to change. Let's pause for a moment and bring our attention back to the breath. Feel the air flowing in and out of your body. With each breath, you're training yourself to find calm, even in the face of an urge. You're giving yourself a gift, the gift of mindfulness, of awareness, of strength. Take a deep breath in, and slowly release it. As you continue practicing these techniques, remember to be gentle with yourself. There will be days that feel easier, and days that feel harder. That's all part of the journey. If you slip up, that's okay. It doesn't erase the progress you've made. Each moment is a new opportunity to choose a different path. Be kind to yourself, and know that every breath you take is leading you toward freedom. Before we end today's session, let's take a moment to feel grateful for the progress you've made. You've taken time to care for yourself, to strengthen your ability to handle cravings, and to move closer to your goal of becoming smoke-free. You are strong. You are capable. And you are doing this, one mindful breath at a time. Let's take one last deep breath together, inhale deeply, and exhale slowly, releasing any remaining tension. As we close today, I encourage you to keep these tools with you throughout your day. Each time you practice, you're building a healthier, more mindful life, free from smoking. You're doing something amazing for yourself, and that's something to be proud of. Thank you for being here today, for your dedication to your well-being, and for continuing on this journey. You are stronger than any craving, and with each breath, you're choosing freedom. Until next time, take care, stay mindful, and keep breathing deeply. Before we finish, I just want to take a moment to say thank you. Thank you for showing up today, for dedicating this time to yourself, and for taking another step toward your goal of becoming smoke-free. The journey to quit smoking isn't always easy, but every time you listen, every breath you take, and every craving you overcome is progress. You're building strength and resilience with each mindful moment, and that's something to truly be proud of. Remember, change takes time, and it's okay to take it one day, one moment, one breath at a time. You're not alone in this process. You have the power within you to succeed, and you've already shown that by being here today. So, thank you for your commitment to your health and well-being. You're doing something incredible for yourself, and I believe in your ability to keep moving forward. Take care of yourself, be patient with the process, and remember to keep breathing deeply. I look forward to practicing with you again soon. Until next time, stay mindful, stay strong, and keep choosing freedom.